Good morning, hello, and welcome to the cottage. And I'm starting the video here because this is a great location. I can actually see the hill that I'm hoping to go up today from the cottage, and we can leave from the cottage to go up to it. Let me just spin you around and I'll show you. Just up yonder is the mountain we're hoping to go up, and it's a wee bit in the cloud, and we're just holding fire because we're going to the beach today as well. And I'll talk a wee bit about that later on because we're hoping to catch it when the tide's in and the tide's out, because the beach looks more spectacular. But again, I'll go into that later on. But yeah, there's a band of rain moving in from the west, a really heavy band, so we're just timing it. Don't want to go up the hill and get absolutely drenched, so as soon as that rain band clears, me and Lou, so you going to come, Lou? Yep. Me and Lou are going to head up the hill, and hopefully the cloud will have cleared as well and we can get views from the top. But for now, it's just a waiting game. I'll bring you back later on.
We waited for the rain to abate, and then it was on to the journey to the first stop, which was an ancient temple along the coast at the base of the mountain.
I eventually left because we thought the rain had gone off. First time the rain had gone off in our 2 days of being here, but as soon as we get out, as you can probably tell, or maybe you can't, I don't know, it's back on again. Anyway, it's just a short bike. I brought all these bikes up, but my bike seems a bit knackered. The wheels, one of the spokes has come out, which I didn't realise, and it's now rubbing, so I'm going to have to get that fixed when I get back. Anyway, there is the destination. I just need to cross this lovely macar, which I'll show you in a minute or two, but the macar is it's a habitat created by the sand blown across the acidic peat. It's quite unique. There are lots of kind of flora and bird life and all that sort of stuff in the macar, but oh man, let's just hope this rain goes off and we get some views. There's also a temple up here somewhere. We're going to head to the temple first, and I'll probably bring you back there. Right, let's go.
The site of the temple we were headed to is one of the earliest known settlements on the Outer Hebrides, and there's evidence going back 9,000 years. And there was also a broch here at one point before a church was built, and it became dilapidated, and maybe even invaded by the Vikings at one point. But it's a special place, and I can see why they settled here.
Well, you might be able to tell the rain has gone off, and we can see clearing skies to the west, which is where the weather's coming from. So we're both roasting. Time to just delayer before getting on a bit further to the temple, the old temple or church or whatever it is. But behind me, Chaparral is looming above. We'll just show you in a minute. Yeah, so just over here, oh, here comes the sun. There's the mountain. A mountain? I don't know if you could call it a mountain. Yeah, I think it is. It's quite rough. It depends what you define as a mountain, whether it's down to height or how rough it looks or how smooth it looks. I don't really know, but certainly looks mountainous.
On we headed to the temple, and this version of the temple was rebuilt in the 16th century by the chief of the clan, MacLeod. I think it was originally around about the 9th century it was built, and there are local stories that the monks had hidden treasure on the mountain behind, which we were going to be heading up, so we'd have to keep our eyes peeled to see if we could find any ancient treasure on the way up the hill.
Well, look at this place. This is the old church or temple, and it was built in the 16th century by, I think it was the chief of the clan MacLeod, maybe. And that's the same, I think it was MacLeod's stone we visited in the last video above the beach. But you can understand why he put it here. I mean, look at this. I don't know if the camera's picking up the turquoise waters and the hills of Harris in the background. It's absolutely glorious. What a spot. And from what I've read, I think this used to it would serve a lot of the parishes right across Harris. So people used to come here, and there's evidence that before this was in, there was a broch here and settlements going back 2,000 or 3,000 years, and you can understand why. It's just glorious. And what a change, look, there's blue skies. Blue bloody skies. Right, I'm going to take some pictures, some photos. Again, my one task for all these videos from the Outer Hebrides is to try and get a picture on each video, and I don't think I'm going to struggle today. It's beautiful. Right, we'll bring you back in a wee while.
We mulled around the old temple, taking it all in, and I can see why the Vikings might have come and plundered this place and the monks running to the hills to hide the treasure. But before long we had to set our sights on Kepaval, the mountain behind the temple, and think about the steep ascent to the summit, which has some of the best views of one of the best coastlines in Scotland. We were looking forward to getting to the top.
Oh, it's very wet here. So we've reached the wee dike, just at the start of the steep part. We're going to get our poles out here. But what a difference in the weather. It's just, again, just highlights how the weather in Scotland can change in such a quick space of time. So 1 minute it's chucking it down with rain, and the next minute it's glorious sunshine, and I ain't going to complain. So this hill is, I think it's pronounced Shapaval. I may be completely wrong, there'll be people screaming at the telly saying it's nothing like that, but anyway, it is just under 400 metres, I think, 360, 370, something like that. I shall confirm later on, but it's a pretty steep pull up. I don't think there's any paths. But what a spot this is. It's absolutely glorious. And I think the views on the other side, once we get up here, will be spectacular over the other bays and beaches of Harris. A funny feeling as well. I think the Castaway show that was shown by the BBC all those years ago was on one of these islands that you can see out here. I might be wrong, the one that Ben Fogle was in, amongst others. I'll confirm that. I'll do a bit of research at the top, but this is going to be a steep pool now, so let's get going. The other thing is, apparently in good weather, like maybe today, or clear weather, you can sometimes see St Kilda from the top of this hill, so I don't think I've got a zoom big enough, but let's go and let's see if we can see it. We're getting there, it's blooming steep. I'll show you. Don't know if you'll make it out, but it's pretty relentless. No path, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's something special about the hills. I would certainly call this a mountain, a small mountain, just because of its proximity to the sea as well. The views are just fabulous. And you start at sea level. There's some Monroes where you wouldn't ascend this much. So the summit of the hill is 368 metres, and I think we're just about the 200 metre mark, so just over halfway. But what a spot. You can see back to Northton, that's where we're staying in our cottage, and we just come from there, and yeah, out to sea. It's just beautiful, absolutely stunning. So yeah, onwards we go once we've had a wee bite to eat here, and we'll report back at the top of Shapaval and hopefully give you some more views.
It was pretty steep, and without a path, as I said, it was tough going. Anyway, we were soon approaching the summit of Kepaval. It's not Shapaval, as I've been saying all the way through. I did check a online Gaelic dictionary webpage, and they pronounce it as Kepaval, so hopefully that's correct, and I do apologise for calling it Shapaval all the way through the video. But anyway, as I said, before long we were reaching that top and looking forward to seeing the amazing views that it gives.
Whew. Hopefully you can see me. I've just come down slightly, just off the summit, into the lee side of the mountain to get away from the wind. It's quite breezy up there, but look at this view. This is what we came for. I think that's called Scarrister Beach. I'm hoping to go down there. We really want to go and take the dog for a walk, and one of the things I was talking about, I think I talked about earlier on, was the timings. Ideally we would have wanted to come up here in the morning, because low tide happened about midday 3 or 4 hours ago, and we were wanting to go down there and have a nice long walk on the beach when the tide was out. But yeah, we'll probably do that at some point, but we might go down there this afternoon. We'll see. It's not too far from the house. Well, what a beautiful bay it is. There's turquoise waters, and you can see the rollers coming in from the sea, and it's a pretty special viewpoint. And just over here, I was talking nonsense when I was talking about the Castaways and Tarnsay being over there. Tarnsay is just here. I checked the map, so that's where the Castaways was filmed. But yeah, I don't know if there's a more spectacular, bit of coastline in the whole of Scotland. The bays and the white sand bays just seem to go on and on and on, and Luscantyre's at the top there. Fantastic. And in the cloud is Cleasham. I'm hoping to do that tomorrow, we'll see. But for now, we need to head back down. back to the lodge, and then we'll maybe go. We'll need to get the bikes first, and we'll maybe go for a walk along the beach with the dogs. That is yet to be determined. Because we're running a bit behind, and there's midges here, so I'm going to go report back later on. Oh, and of course the views this way aren't too bad either. But hopefully I'll have lots of shots to put up the end for my photograph of the day. Right, back to the bikes.
So it was back down the hill, back off Kipperville and down to the bikes, and then from here it was a lovely cycle, or sometimes we were pushing, cycle back to the cottage where we had a bite to eat before we decided to head along to have a look at those beaches a bit more closely that we could see from the summit. I'm glad that we did. This might be just one of the best beaches I've ever been to.
Well, by the magic of YouTube, here I am on the big bay, Scarrister Bay, or I think it's called Scarrister Beach. Unfortunately, we've come when the tide's at the high tide. This is what I mentioned earlier on. I think it's even more expansive. But it's pretty amazing. You can see over here, there's Chapaval, where we were earlier on. And yeah, it's just beautiful. I'm going to try and get some pictures down here as well. But what a place. It's absolutely stunning. And it's just such a big expanse. The dogs are loving it as well. Look at them go. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. Over there, running about. I'm hoping to go up this hill here as well at some point. It's just lovely. What do you think, Leanne? No, they'll not be able to hear you. I've got my microphone on. It's perfect for the dogs, isn't it? I mean, the beach must be, I don't know, it's massive. And we are the only people here. There is nobody else. There's nobody else here. It's just us. It's perfect. And the light, I don't know if you can see over my shoulder, the hills of North Harris, where I'm hopefully heading tomorrow up Cleasham, are dark, and we've got the contrast of the sand, so I'll definitely be trying to get some pictures of that if it stays like this. But what a place. What a place. Right, I'll bring you back when I'm taking some pictures perhaps. What a place. He's enjoying it, look. Having a good time, Rolo? And the other dog's just having a wee snifter about. Right, I'll bring you back in a wee while.
Hopefully some of the footage that I show here conveys just how big and how special this beach was, and we just kind of dondered about and enjoyed the solitude. It was an amazing place, and such a nice place to come and stretch the legs and burn off some of that lactic acid that had built up as we'd headed up the mountain, which overlooks the bay. What a place to be.
It's just an amazing place. And the light's just gone, there's the cloud just coming in, but it's, you know, from up here you can see how expansive it is. And this is with the high tide as well. I mean, once that tide's out, it goes even further. And there's nobody here, as I said, we're the only people. And when I looked at the bays, everyone talks about Luskintyre, but there's two beaches that I've really wanted to come to, and this was one of them. I don't know, is this something, you know, when I saw some videos and pictures, I just thought this was, I don't know, it just looked a bit more, it looked more impressive. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I might be proved wrong, because we will go to Luskintyre as well, but there's another beach as well that I want to go to. Just look at it, it's just, the light's amazing. And we also, when we were coming over, we saw some, I think they were bigger than golden eagles. We saw golden eagles at the beach on our first trip there, but I think it was sea eagles that we saw, yeah, just as we came out of the car. It's just amazing. So look at this, isn't it just lovely? So yeah, let's head back. Hopefully I've got some nice pictures here. I think the pictures here will be better than the pictures up the hill with Lewis, but you can be the judge of that. So yeah, let's head back, and if there's anything of note happening, I'll let you know. I might take some pictures of this light appears. It's quite a nice contrasty light here, but yeah, let's go. The dogs and my wife are getting away from me. Let's go.
So I caught up with my wife and the two pups, and we took some more photographs, which will be up at the end of the video. Have a look at them and let me know what you think. They're okay, I think, but anyway, yeah, after taking some photographs, we headed back, and there was this old bus not far from the car, but on the way to the beach that we'd noticed on the walk in, and we wanted to go and have a wee look at it and investigate it, and that's exactly what we did. So we headed to the bus. Oh, a bit wanky. We'll squeeze in. Oh! There we go, squeeze in. Oh, avocado toilet. I used to have one of them in the house. This is an old bus. I'm not going to go too far. I don't know how knackered it is, but I'm not entirely sure how safe it is. I've taken some pictures of it. Oh, bunk beds in there. I don't know what's at the front there. I'm not going to go in because the floor's kind of squeaking and I don't want to fall through it. It doesn't look doesn't look the safest. So yeah, maybe don't do this. Still stuff in the sink. Right, the dogs are wondering where I'm at. Right, I've taken a few pictures of this one as well. Right, back to my bus. Oh, squeezy, squeezy. Didn't go right to the back because it was a bit for fall through it. Right. Okay, let's go back to the van. Maybe a picture of that. I think it might be black and white or black and white. Oh, just about died there. There we go, look at that. Woo. Right, I'll have to go back that way, I think. Oh, there's a... yeah,
Ah, right, I am back in the cottage. The last time I did a bit to camera was in the bus, the dodgy bus. So yeah, it was really good today. Going up the hill, in fact that's it just there. It was pretty tough actually. There wasn't a path. Well, there was a wee path at the top, wasn't there, Lou? But not the way we were going. Which was back down towards the kind of ruins. But yeah, it turned into a really nice day after the storms of yesterday. It was glorious, and then of course we went for a lovely walk along that. What a beach that is! Absolutely. Did you enjoy that, Leanne?
Yeah.
That's a yes. Lovely, lovely bay. In fact, the cottage looks out onto Scarrister Bay and beach down there, and the light earlier on was just lovely. So anyway, on the next video tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to be trying to get to the highest point in Lewis and Harris, or in Harris. It's a Corbett, and it's a Corbett I've not done before, and it's quite important in terms of bagging. I'll come on to that tomorrow. So we'll bring you back tomorrow. For this video, I'm going to finish it here, so thank you very much for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you possibly trying to get to the highest point in Harris on the next video. Right, time for some tea.